Hello friends, welcome to this video on circles. In the previous video, we discussed angles subtended by a chord at a point. Today, we will learn about the perpendicular from the center to a chord. Let's start with an activity. Draw a circle with radius 4 cm and O as its center. And draw a chord PQ in it. Friends, with the help of scissors, cut the circle. Now, fold this circular paper in half so that one part of it covers the other part completely. Now, open it like this. From the center of the fold, draw a line on the chord. Let's call the point at which this line intersects chord PQ as point T. Now, with the help of a protractor, find the measurement of these angles. Friends, you can see that the measure of these angles is 90 degrees. That is, they are right angles. Now, we can say that line segment OT is perpendicular to chord PQ. Friends, here, T is the midpoint of chord PQ. You can pause the video and check it. Friends, you can see that the length of these two segments are equal. That is, line segment OT perpendicularly bisects chord PQ. Friends, you can repeat this activity by making more circles. You will find that a perpendicular drawn from the center of a circle to a chord bisects the chord. This is a theorem. Come on, let's prove it mathematically. With the help of the statement, draw a figure. We are given that OD is perpendicular to chord AB and we have to prove that line segments AD and BD are equal. If we join OA and OB in this way, we will get two triangles ODA and ODB. And if we prove these two triangles are congruent, then we will get these sides as equal. Friends, in triangle ODA and triangle ODB, angle ODA and angle ODB are right angles because we are given that OD is perpendicular to AB and the hypotenuse OA and OB of these two triangles are the radii of this circle, so they will also be equal. Friends, you can see that OD is the common side. Therefore, these two triangles are congruent according to the right angle hypotenuse side or RHS congruence rule. We know that corresponding parts of congruent triangles are equal. Therefore, the corresponding sides of these triangles, side DA and side DB, will be equal. That means AD is equal to BD. Thus, we prove that a perpendicular from the center of the circle to a chord bisects the chord. Friends, will the converse of this theorem also be true? That is, if we say a line drawn through the center of a circle to bisect a chord is perpendicular to the chord, will this statement be true? Absolutely. Let's see. Draw a circle. Suppose its center is O, in which a chord SR is drawn. A line from the center O to the point N is drawn in such a way that it divides the chord into two equal parts. This means here SN and RN are equal, and this is given to us. We have to prove that line segment ON is perpendicular to side SR. Friends, for this we have to prove that angle ONS and angle ONR measure 90 degrees. How will you prove this? You can pause the video and think. Friends, if we join these 2 points with the center, we will get 2 triangles, triangle ONR and triangle ONS. Can we prove them to be congruent? Yes. Pause the video and do it yourself. Friends, you will find that these 2 triangles are congruent according to the side-side-side criteria or the SSS congruence rule. And we know that the corresponding parts of congruent triangles are equal. Therefore, angle ONS and angle ONR will be equal. We have to prove that angle ONR and angle ONS are right angles. Look at the figure carefully. Angle SNR is a straight angle. Therefore, it will be equal to 180 degrees. And angle SNR is formed by joining both these angles, and both are also equal. Therefore, we can say that both these angles are right angles, that is, of 90 degrees. Therefore, the segment ON will be perpendicular to chord SR. This statement is true. In this way, we also proved the converse of this theorem, that a line drawn through the center of the circle to bisect a chord is perpendicular to the chord. Friends, that's all in this session. Today, we studied about perpendicular from the center to a chord. See you in the next video with some questions related to this. Thank you. Hello friends, welcome to this video on circles. Today, we will discuss an interesting fact related to chord and arc. If 2 chords of a circle are equal, then their corresponding arcs are congruent. Friends, can you tell whether this statement is true? You can pause the video and think of the answer. Let's examine this statement with the help of an activity. On a paper, draw a circle of radius 4 cm with center as O. Now, we will draw 2 equal chords, MN and PQ, whose length is 5 cm. According to the statement, both these arcs MN and PQ will be congruent. Now let's see. Friends, with the help of scissors, cut the circle like this. And now, separate this part made by arc MN and chord MN from it. Similarly, also separate this part made by arc PQ and chord PQ from it. Friends, now place these 2 parts on top of each other. you can see that they cover each other completely. That is, arc MN and arc PQ also cover each other completely. This shows that equal chords form congruent arcs. That is, the given statement is true. Friends, if we see the converse of this statement, that is, if two arcs are congruent, then their corresponding chords will be equal. What do you think about this statement? Will this also be true? Yes, friends. With the help of the information given on the screen, do an activity yourself and check the conclusion. If we make two equal chords in a circle, then we know that the equal chords of the circle subtend equal angles at the center. This means in the figure, angle AOB and angle COD will be equal. And now we saw that if the chords of a circle are equal, then their corresponding arcs are congruent. So, arc AB and arc CD will be congruent. So, will the angles subtended at the center by these corresponding arcs also be equal? Friends, can you think about the answer by pausing the video? If you look at the figure carefully, you will see that the angles subtended by chord AB and arc AB at the center are equal, and the angles subtended by chord CD and arc CD at the center are also equal. Therefore, the angles subtended by arc AB and arc CD at the center are angles AOB and COD respectively. Therefore, we can say that congruent arcs of a circle subtend equal angles at the center. That's all in this session. Today, we discussed a fact related to chord and arc. See you in the next video. Thank you. Hello friends, welcome to this video on circles. In the previous video, we learned about perpendicular from the center to a chord. Today, we will solve some questions related to the same. Come on, let's start. In the given figure, line segment OE of length 3 cm bisects chord AB of length 8 cm. Point F is on the circle such that OE plus EF is equal to OF. Now, find the radius of the circle and length of EF. Let's solve this. Friends, we are given that line segment OE bisects the chord AB. And in the figure, you can see that point O is the center of the circle. So line segment OE will be perpendicular to chord AB. Because a line drawn through the center of the circle to bisect a chord is perpendicular to the chord. Therefore, angle OEA and angle OEB will be 90 degrees. So, how do we proceed now? Friends, if we join O with point A and point B, then we get the radii of the circle OA and OB and the two right-angled triangles OEA and OEB. Friends, you can see that OA and OB are the hypotenuse of the right-angled triangles OEA and OEB respectively. Friends, we are given the length of AB as 8 cm. E is its midpoint, that is, AE and BE are equal. Therefore, their length will be 4 cm. Now, by using the Pythagoras theorem in either of the two triangles, we can find the radius of the circle. Using the Pythagoras theorem in triangle OEB, we can write it in this way. We know the lengths of OE and BE. On simplifying it, we get the length of OB as 5 cm. In this way, we found the radius of the circle. Friends, let's move ahead. We have to find the length of EF. Given that point F is on the circle, such that we join OE and EF, OF is obtained. We know that a line segment from the center of the circle to any point on the circle is the radius of that circle. Hence, OF is the radius of this circle. That is, it will also be 5 cm. We know the length of OE. By putting the value of OE and OF, we can find the value of EF. In this way, we found EF to be 2 cm. Let's move ahead and solve our next question. A circle with radius 6 cm and center O has a perpendicular OD drawn on chord PQ, where the length of OD is 2 cm. Now, find the area of triangle ODQ and triangle OPQ. You can also pause the video and try it yourself. Friends, the radius of the circle is given to be 6 cm, and we know that by joining any line segment from the center of the circle to any point on the circle gives the radius of the circle. So, OP and OQ are the radii of the circle. Therefore, the length of OP and OQ will be 6 cm. We have to find the area of triangle ODQ here. Friends, we know that the formula for the area of a triangle is half multiplied by base multiplied by height. Therefore, we can write the area of triangle ODQ as follows. Let's consider this as equation 1. According to the question, line segment OD is perpendicular to chord PQ. Therefore, triangle ODQ will be a right angle triangle. And OD is the height of this triangle, which is given to be 2 cm. Friends, we know the height of the triangle ODQ. But we have to find the value of the base DQ. We can use the Pythagoras theorem in this triangle and find the length of DQ. Friends, pause the video and try to find it yourself. Here, we get the length of DQ as 4th square root of 2 cm. Now, by placing the values of DQ and OD in equation 1, we can find the area of triangle ODQ. We get the area of triangle ODQ as 4 square root of 2 cm square. Now, we have to find the area of triangle OPQ. Friends, there are many ways to find this. Can you tell the length of PQ? Yes, we are given the line segment OD is perpendicular to chord PQ and O is the center of the circle. Friends, we know that a perpendicular drawn from the center of a circle to a chord bisects the chord. Therefore, PD is equal to DQ and we can write PQ like this. We found DQ as 4 square root of 2 cm. So here, chord PQ will be 8 square root of 2 cm. Friends, Now find the area of triangle OPQ yourself. Here's a hint. Friends, that's all in this session. Today, we solved some questions related to a perpendicular from the center to a chord. See you in the next video. Thank you. Hello friends, welcome to this video on circles. In the previous video, we studied about the perpendicular from the center of a circle to a chord. Today, we will discuss a multiple choice question based on it. Let's see the question. In the given figure, chords AB and CD are equal, and line segments OP and OR are perpendicular to chords AB and CD respectively. Check the options given below and identify the correct option. Look at the first option. We are given that line segment OP is perpendicular to chord AB, and according to the figure, O is the center of the circle. Friends, we know that a perpendicular drawn from the center of the circle to a chord bisects the chord. Therefore, AP and PB will be equal. In the figure, you can see that these 4 points are in a line. Point Q lies on the line segment PB. This means PB is formed by joining PQ and QB. Therefore, PB will be larger than PQ. And we saw that AP is equal to PB. So, AP cannot be equal to PQ. Therefore, this option is incorrect. Let's move ahead and see the second option. From the first option, we know that AP and PB are equal, and we are given that OR is perpendicular to chord CD. So, CR will be equal to RD because the perpendicular drawn from the center of a circle to a chord bisects the chord. And we are also given that these two chords AB and CD are equal. Friends, according to the figure, we can write AB, CD like this. And we know that AP is equal to PB and CR is equal to RD. So, if we put PB in place of AP and CR in place of RD, then we will get AB equal to 2PB and CD equal to 2CR. And we are given that AB and CD are equal. So, we can say that PB is equal to CR. In the figure, you can see that point Q is located on PB. That is, PQ is smaller than PB. Therefore, PQ cannot be equal to CR. This means this option is also incorrect. Friends, pay attention here. We get that PB is equal to CR. And this is our third option. That is, our third option is correct. Friends, can you tell us what will be the relation between OP and OR? Friends, think about this. We will discuss about it in detail in our next video. That's all in this session. Today we discussed the facts related to the perpendicular from the center to a chord. See you in the next video. Thank you.